Welcome to a 30-minute total body strength workout focused on the foundations. This is a staple in my training program, and it's going to focus on the basic, foundational, necessary movement patterns. So it's a great workout to do if you are just beginning, also just to have in your routine all the time, and especially if you're just getting back into working out. You're going to want a pair of weights. If you are more intermediate and advanced, I suggest getting a heavier pair of weights. And then I'm also going to use my band and block. If you don't have a band or block at home, that's totally okay. You can also use a thicker book instead of a block as well. But all the movements that I'm going to demonstrate with the band or with the block, you can do those exact same movements without it. So we are gonna get started with a warm-up that's gonna activate our glutes, super necessary muscle group to get fired up before we get into the larger movements. Started with a warm-up. If you're using that band, put it above your knees and then have your block or book handy if you're using that as well. Let's come down onto our backs. I'm going to take the book right in between the knees, and then stick the heels down into the ground. You can even lift the toes up off the floor. From here, we're going to come all the way down to the back, and I want there to be a slight tuck of the tailbone under, so almost like as if that entire low back is really pressing into the mat. Root your belly button down in towards the spine. We've got 4 moves to warm up. I'm going to count them out as reps. We're going to do 10 reps of each of these moves. We're going to do that for 4 rounds. All right, so we're going to get started with a hip bridge. We're going to really engage the inner thighs, knees squeezing onto the block. We're going to lift the hips up and down. Here we go. For 10, squeeze the glutes, drop it down. For 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Remove the block. Let's hop onto hands and knees, all 4. You're going to keep that band above the knees. And we're going to come into fire hydrant. So I want there to be equal pressure between both hands. You're going to lift that left knee up and then down. So we've got, that's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side, right knee lifts up. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, abs in, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Come on up to stand. Feet hip width distance apart. Little bend to the knees. We're coming into a good morning exercise. Hands behind the head. We're going to come down. So it's a hip hinge, bringing your chest to parallel away from the floor. And then you're going to lift back up. That's 10. 9. Use the back of the body to lift up. 8. 7. 6. Good job. Last 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last move in this set. We're coming into a banded squat. We're going to step the feet a little wider than hip width distance apart. You're going to shift the hips back as the weight of the body comes into the heels. We're going to just keep your chest lifted. Tension on the band. We've got 10, 9, power up to the heels. 8, 7, squeeze the glutes at the top. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come back. Returning to those hip bridges. Grab your block in between the knees. Round 2. Let's do it. We've got 10 reps here. Set it up. Tailbone tucks under slightly. Heels dig into the ground. Ready? Let's go for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands and knees coming into those equal pressure between both hands, abs engaged. Ready, here we go. For 10, 9, keep that foot flexed. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up to the good morning. Feet hip width distance apart. Hands behind the head. Little bend to knees. Here we go for 10, 9. Keep that back straight. 8. Imagine like you're going to press your hips on a wall back behind you. 7, 6, 5. Remember, chest comes parallel to the ground. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We've got our squats with tension on the band. So knees are going to track over the second big toe. Ready? Let's do it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We've got 2 more rounds of our warm-up. Here we go. Grab that block. 10 reps. Hip bridges. Set it up. Ready. And let's do it. Got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands and knees, fire hydrants. Let's do it, you guys. Here we go. We're really activating the glutes, setting the tone for our movement patterns here. Ready? Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good mornings. Here we go. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming into our squat. Step it out a little wider than hip width distance apart. Ready? Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Last round for our warm-up. Grab that block. Here we go. Last time. Hip bridges. Ready? Let's do it. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Use that block. Last 5. Engage the glutes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Remove the block. Set it up. Hands and knees. Last time here. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Change it up. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Good morning. 2 moves in our warm-up. Left to go. Let's do it. 10, 9. Great job. Keep that neck neutral. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This is it for the warm-up. Finish strong here. 10 squats. Ready? Here we go. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can move that band off to the side. Grab some water. For our first move, I want you to grab one weight. I'm going to demonstrate it from the side. We're going to start with just the right leg and right arm moving. It's a reverse lunge, a hammer curl to an overhead press. It's our compound movement. So you can keep your left hand on the hip or have it out to the side to help with balance. We're going to keep a little bend into that left knee. Weight of the body is going to come into the left heel. We're going to add that reverse lunge. You're taking the weight down by the side. And then power off that left heel and curl the right hand in towards the shoulder. That's your hammer curl. And then press it up overhead. So it's a reverse lunge, up, and then press up. All right, I'll demonstrate from facing forward. Reverse lunge, curl it in, press it up. So we're just going to stick to the right side, okay? For 1 minute, we're going in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Reverse lunge, curl, press up. Reverse lunge, curl, press it up. So it's our compound movement, working more than one muscle group here. We're going to keep your back straight, shoulders right above the hips. If you're intermediate to advanced, been strength training for a while, you need to make sure that you're using a heavier weight. You're controlling the weight down. Okay, so doing the best you can not to swing it. You're in control of it. You can always drop the weights. Okay, you can still do these movements because we're just focused on really building a strong foundation. So I'm more concerned about form versus what weight you're using. We've got last 3, 2, and 1. All right, so same thing to that other side. Weight's gonna come into the left hand, weight of the body into the right foot, just a little bend into that right knee. You can take your right hand to the hip, and we're gonna start in 3, in 2, and 1. So we've got our reverse lunge, curl it up, overhead press, reverse lunge, up, press it up. Good, I want you to really drive up through that right heel. We're keeping our shoulders stacked right on top of the hips. And then make sure that your core, your entire core, is engaged. So one way that you can kind of really check in with your abs to keep it almost drawing your belly button back towards the spine. And then we're using the breath. So you're not retaining, holding the breath in. Okay, we've got just 15 seconds to go. Last 10 seconds here. Then we're going to come into our squat movement. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Grab your other weight. You've got the option of doing this next movement with the band above the knees. So for our squat, what we're going to do is we're going to actually lower down for a count of 3. It's going to be 3, 2, 1, and then drive up strong. All right? We're going to start in 1 second. Ready? Let's go. It's 3, 2, 1. Power up. Drive up. Good. 3, 2, 1. Drive it up. So I want you to shift your hips back. Keep your chest lifted. That weight of the body sinks back towards your heels. Control it down. And then keep those inner thighs nice and strong. Good, 20 seconds left. You can do it. Doing awesome. Remember, not worried about speed here. Building strong foundation. I'm going to keep saying it, but so important, especially at the start of our training program. We've got last 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Our next movement, we're going to do the push-up. If you're new to push-ups, use a wall. You can also use a chair or a bench, and then also use down your knees. I'm going to show you guys a movement to really kind of build up that strong push-up. So if you've got a more fabric band, I suggest that over the rubber ones, but you're going to put that above your elbows. And then with your push-ups, demonstrate this without the band. We're going to kind of have the elbows come out more of like a 45-degree angle, and then our chest is going to lower about a fist length away from the ground, and then come back up. So this band is just going to help you get a little bit more reps in, and also keep those elbows more in towards the body. So we've got a minute on the clock. Now, if you're more advanced, you can do these push-ups on your toes. And I say advanced, but honestly, it's just a different variation. So I want you to, again, just focus on really building that strong foundation. All right, ready? And let's go. About 1 minute on the clock. So lower down, and then press up. Abs in, really strong. So just kind of like what we did with the hip bridges, we didn't really tuck the tailbone under just a bit. And then think about there being one long line from the top of your head out through that tailbone, almost like you could balance a stick along the back. We've got 30 seconds here. Let's go, last 20 seconds. Ten more seconds to go, let's do it. Woo! And last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job, guys. Grab your weights, come on up to stand. So we've done our compound movement, our squat movement, our push, and now we're gonna come into the hinge. So just like the good mornings, we're gonna come into a deadlift. It's that same movement as the good morning, but we've got our weights. They're gonna stay in close to the body as we hinge and then come on up. All right, ready? And let's begin. So little bend to the knees. Now, if you've been doing these movements for quite some time, and you know everything feels safe and good, feel free to use a heavier weight or heavier barbell, whatever you're working with. Just also really concentrate on the back of the body, doing the work to lift you up to stand. So when you really focus on that area of the body, you're gonna feel the muscles work even more, right? Keep that back straight. Doing awesome. 20 seconds left. Almost there, almost there. Last couple of reps and they should start to feel really challenging. Not bump that weight up. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna come into our pull movement. It's gonna be our plank with a row. So you've got the option of doing your plank on the toes or on the knees or toes. You want that to be out a little wider than hip width distance apart. Maintain that good plank, and then we're gonna row one weight back at a time. Ready? Let's go, 1 minute. Row it back. We're gonna keep that plank form whole time. So if you are on your knees, I want you to check in that the hip points are in front of the knees. They're not back like this, right? We're not on hands and knees, all fours. So you should feel this also, your abs. It's core engagement. We're working into that upper back. Elbows are really close to the rib cage. Great job. Keep it up. Last 20 seconds. Let's do it. Abs in, let's go. 10 seconds left. And last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. All right, we're gonna come into our rotation with a Russian twist. So grab one weight, take a seat. You're gonna lean back. Weight's gonna be right in front of the chest. And then from here, what we're gonna do is just drop the weight, neither side, right to left. All right, we're going in 3, 2, 1. So lean back, belly button towards the spine, puff the chest up. Now I might almost resist that rotation. So instead of going like this, side to side, keep it nice and still so that the hip points are staying facing forward. You're resisting that rotation. You're gonna feel this in your abs a lot more when you do that. You lean back just a bit. So we've got just one more move after this one. Almost there, guys. 20 seconds left. Lean back. Woo. Use the breath. 10 more seconds. And last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, this last move is gonna get our heart rates up a little bit, but we're gonna come in some lateral movement. So what you can do is you can either lunge it out side to side, right? Or we're gonna come into skater leaps, side to side. We'll get the heart rate up. We've also got that lateral movement. So we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I'm gonna add that skater leap, but feel free to also add the lunges side to side. And if you're doing that, I want you to shift the hips back. Weight comes back into the heels. And go back to those skater leaps. And so lateral movement, really important to incorporate into our exercise program, especially if you're a runner, right? Good. 20 seconds to go. We're almost there. Last 10 seconds. You got it. Let's do it. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna get right into round 2. Like I said before, if you want a little bit more of a rest in between the sets, feel free to take it. We're gonna come right back to those reverse lunges, hammer curl press. We'll start on the right side. You ready for it? We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go lunge it back. Curl, press up. 1 minute on the clock. We need to control that weight down. So strength training is so much good for our physical bodies, right? Improves our metabolic health, helps to reduce inflammation, boosts our immune system, and makes us stronger, of course. In addition to that, though, it also really does wonders for our mood and mind. So you might notice that you just feel stronger, more capable, right? Powerful, right? Exercise really helps release those feel-good hormones, neurotransmitters. But really important to add in these types of movements. We've got last 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna do that same thing to the other side. All right, round 2. So weight into that left hand, weight of the body into that right foot. We're gonna lunge it back just on the left side, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Reverse lunge, curl, press up. You're working at your own pace. This might be day 1 for you, right? Which is awesome. So the focus is to really build that strong, powerful foundation, and everything's just gonna improve from there. But you gotta get that first. Got 25 seconds left on the clock. Fifteen seconds to go. Keep it up. Check in, these last few reps should feel challenging. It determines the weight that you use as long as you can maintain good form. Last 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Grab your other weight. Again, you can use that band if you want a little added resistance. We're coming into our 3 count squats for 1 minute, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Drive it up nice and strong. 3, 2, 1. Press up. That chest lifted. Make sure you're not holding the breath. You can always think about exhaling on the harder portion of the exercise. Kind of that inhale uses back to that reset, that starting position. But if that feels too complicated, it's just important to keep breathing. More than halfway through. You can do it. 15 seconds to go. Keep looking forward. Last 8 seconds here. Woo! Last 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Set those weights down. If you're going to use the band, we're coming into the push-ups. So band is going to come above the elbows if you want to use it. Remember, you can always use a wall or a bench. Bring the floor a little closer to you by doing that. All right, we've got 1 minute on the clock. Push-ups. I'm going to continue to do these on my knees. We're maintaining good form in our plank. We're going. Time has started. Ooh. So we're aiming to get that chest this length away from the floor. You can always ditch the band, especially if you're pretty familiar with push-ups. Just kind of helps us keep the elbows in a bit more. Allows us to focus more on the biceps and chest so that we can get a few more reps in. Almost there. Doing awesome. Stay with it. 20 seconds. Just blast that music. Focus on what you're doing. 10 more seconds to go. Last 5. Come on, you can do it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. All right, set that band off to the side. We've got our deadlifts. So grab your heavier weights or stick with the good mornings, right? If you're new to this movement, like I've been saying this whole time, I want you to just build that foundation really strong. So important. All right, feet hip width distance apart. Ready? And let's go. Inch forward. Weights lower just about mid-shin. I don't want the weights coming any lower than that. So keep your back straight. And put your mind right into the back of the body to lift you all the way up to stand. Your neck neutral. So I like to kind of think like, imagine like you're almost kind of like drawing the hips back to tap on a wall back behind you. But you're not really creating that C curve in the back, so you're not sticking your butt out necessarily. A little bend into the standing legs, both of them. 10 seconds left here. Last 5 seconds. And we've got 3, 2, and 1. All right, here we go with our plank row. So you're setting it up either on the toes or on the knees, and then you're keeping knees or toes about a little wider than hip width distance apart. Maintain that plank whole time. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Row it back and row it back. So the elbows are coming in close to the rib cage, focusing on the upper back, where this is our pull movement. We're just ticking off all the important, basic, foundational movement patterns. So really great workout to start our 4-week program off with. We're more than halfway through, about just 20 seconds to go. Abs in. Ten more seconds. Let's go here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're coming into the Russian twist. Grab one weight. Take a seat. And we're going to twist it out side to side. We're going to lean back slightly, abs engaged. You're ready for it. We're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Twist. Side to side. Leaning back. Make sure you're not holding the breath in. Got our rotational movement here. So just that little reminder to try to resist that rotation. So when the weight comes over to the right side, think about it almost like you're pulling that left hip back a bit. 30 seconds to go. You can do it. Keep breathing. Remember, it's not about speed. We're more focused on the quality of the movement. 10 seconds left. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We've got our skater leaps. So you can set that weight down. Remember, you can always come into your lateral lunges. We're gonna start these in 10 seconds. All right, so our last move in the set, and we've got just one more round after this, but check in with yourself. If you feel like you've done enough after 2 rounds, that's gonna be good for you to start off with, all right? Ready? Here we go. Skater leaps, it's side to side. So this move will definitely elevate the heart rate a bit more. You'll definitely work up a sweat with this workout, but we're kind of more so about slower, controlled movements, right? You'll definitely have your chance to get in the more intense, fast-moving workouts. All right, guys, here we go. 30 seconds. You pick that pace up a bit. 20 seconds to go. We're almost there. You can do it. Woo! We've got 10 more seconds. Go. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, this is it, our final round. Woo! Grab your one weight, gonna be it for our reverse lunge, hammer curl, overhead press, right side. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Reverse lunge, curl, and then press that weight right up. Control the weight down. Step back into your lunge. Press up. Keep your back nice and straight. Keep looking forward. Thirty seconds to go. Just really enjoy where you are starting from, right? It just feels good. Move the body to know that you're making it stronger, taking care of yourself. 5 seconds left here. Almost done on this side. 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Same thing, other side. Last round. So weight is in that left hand. Weight of the body into the right foot. We'll start this side in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're ready for it. Reverse lunge. Hammer curl, overhead press, control it down. Reverse lunge, curl it up, press. Keep it up. About halfway there, then we are done with our compound movement. You guys are really crushing this workout. All right, we're all in it together. Day one, let's do it. 20 seconds. Ten more seconds to go. Last 5 seconds, then we're coming into our squats for our last and final rounds. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. All right, grab your other weight. Woo, I'm definitely working up a sweat here. We're coming into our 3 count squat, last time. Step those feet out a little wider than hip width distance apart. You ready for it? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's lower down. Slow and controlled. Then drive it up. Engage the glutes. So, kind of like what I was saying with the deadlifts. You can imagine this time like you're going to just tap your butt back on a chair behind you while keeping your back straight. So the squat really comes from shifting the hips back, right? So one way to think about that, now it's okay if the knees go from the toes, but I feel like that can be a little bit more of an advanced movement once you really have, is that sort of the basics of the squat. But you want to just think about the weight of the body coming back into the heels. So for the most part, the knees are staying behind the toes. You can drop it down a little bit lower for last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job, you guys. All right, we're coming into our push-up. So get whatever props you need. I'm going to use the band again for our final round. It's coming above the elbows. And set up into your strong plank. Here we go. Timer starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Lower down. So think more chest coming towards the ground versus your nose, right? So you want to keep your neck neutral, and then also versus the hips. So when you have a slight tuck of the tailbone under, you feel the abs engaged a bit more. And then that way the hips aren't sort of collapsing down towards the ground. Now, if you notice that happening, start off with a wall. We've got 20 seconds to go. The last time doing push-ups, promise at the end of the 4 weeks, if you're following along with this program, you're gonna feel so much stronger in your push-ups. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, remove that band. If you were working with it, grab your weights. It's gonna be our final time with deadlifts. How are you guys feeling? We're almost there, almost done with this workout. Not just 30 minutes. All right, and here we go in 3, 2, 1. Deadlifts, let's do it. Final time. Get those heavier weights. If you got 2 kettlebells at home or a heavier kettlebell, feel free to use that. And always stick with just the good mornings, dropping the weights down, and keep your hands behind the head or crossed in front of the chest. So just check in with the body, right? A little challenge, a little discomfort can be okay. We're putting some stress on the muscles so that muscles can adapt and actually build and get stronger. But we don't want to feel pain. So if you're feeling anything that's just like sharp pain, you want to adjust the movement. That doesn't happen, Great. Not trying to push through the pain. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. All right, let's come into our plank with a row. We've got just 3 moves of this workout to go. So set it up either on the knees or the toes. Got a little bit of that wider stance. Be more of a support there. All right, time is going. Let's begin. We're rolling the weights back one at a time. Doing the best we can to keep the hips facing forward. So you're not really swiveling the hips side to side. Want that strong plank. Doing awesome. Keep it up. You can do it. More than halfway through. Let's go. Last 20 seconds. Get your last few solid reps in. 10 seconds left here. Let's go, let's go. Last 5, come on. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're done with that move. Grab one weight. Coming into our Russian twist, final time. We've got just 2 minutes of work left. All right, so let's go. Grab your weight, lean back, set it up, starting in 3, in 2, and 1. We're twisting side to side. Be mindful to resist that rotation. Great job. Lean it back a little bit more. Now just check in with your form. You might need to bump that weight up, or you might need to drop the weight down. And you can still do the same movement. Just take the hands together, and you're just going side to side with the elbows. You've got just 20 seconds left. You can do it. Pull the abs in, come on. 10 more seconds here. We're also strengthening a lot into the hip flexors, which is important to strengthen. A lot of times we think we just need to stretch them out, lengthen, but strengthening them is just as important. It can help many different things. All right, we're coming into our skater leaps. You guys ready? This is it. Final minute of work. All right, let's finish strong together. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Side to side. Keep it down low. The alternative is you can always come into some lateral lunges. Just working on that side to side movement. You can do it. We've got 30 seconds left here. Let's go. You pick up that pace a little bit. Dig deep. This is it. 20 seconds, come on. Keep at it. Woo. We're almost there. 10 seconds. Finish strong. Last 5, come on. Last 4. You can do it. Last 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. We're gonna stretch it out. So you're gonna start with your right foot forward. I'm gonna just drop your left knee down to the ground. Feel free to roll up your mat if you want a little extra padding underneath that left knee. And then just tuck the tailbone under from here. And then you can start to shift the hips forward, bending a little bit deeper into that right knee. Keep squeezing the left butt cheek, your left glute. And then you should start to feel that left hip flexor, top of the left leg. Feel that open up a little bit more when you have that opposite muscle engagement. So sweep the arms out wide, all the way up overhead. I'm going to catch a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Spin your left palm up. Take a really full breath in. And then as you exhale, you're just going to slightly hinge over to the right. Then let's bring it back through to center. From here, you're just gonna frame your front foot with your hands and then straighten into the right leg. You're coming into a hamstring stretch. You're just gonna square the hips off towards the top of the mat. You can flex your right foot. Your back nice and straight. Take an inhale, lengthen, and then just exhale, bow over the right leg. Just gonna bend back into the right knee and then slide the right knee back to meet the left. So you're on hands and knees. We'll sweep the right arm up, big breath in, and then as you exhale, threading the needle, so taking the right arm underneath the left arm, dropping the right ear down towards the mat, and you can extend the left arm forward, maybe slightly start to roll onto the back of the head. And then take that left hand back underneath the shoulder, sweep the right arm up, and then lower it down. And we're gonna actually just come all the way down onto our stomach. You're gonna keep the left hand underneath the shoulder and then extend the right arm out to the side and then slightly up so the hand is higher, a little higher than the right shoulder. And take your right ear to the mat, bend your left knee, and I want you to press into the left hand so you can roll over the right hip, the right shoulder, maybe taking that left foot on the ground behind you. And then breathing into the front of the chest, the front of the shoulder. And then bring it back on the center. Take the hand back underneath the shoulder. I want you to press up, back to hands and knees. And then let's just step the left foot forward in between the hands. Walk the hands up onto the front thigh, tuck the tailbone under, squeeze the glute. And then sweep the arms out wide, all the way up overhead. Catch a hold of the right wrist with your left hand. Spin the right palm up, big breath in. And then as you exhale, hinge over to the left. Take an inhale, bring it back through to center. Hands frame that left foot straight and into the left leg. Swivel left hip back, right hip forward so you can square the hips off towards the top of the mat. Big breath in, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, you're bowing over the left leg, coming into the hamstring stretch. And start to walk the hands forward, bend into that left knee, swoop the knee back to find hands and knees. And then this time, left arm's gonna reach up and then thread the needle on the side, dropping left ear to the mat. And take the right hand towards the top of the mat. Maybe spin onto the back of the shoulder or the back of the head. Take that right hand underneath the shoulder, sweep the left arm up, and then lower it back down. We're gonna come all the way down onto the belly. And this time, right hand stays underneath the shoulder, left arm reaches out a little higher than shoulder height. Bend into that right knee, left ear drops to the mat. And then let's roll over the left hip, the left shoulder. And bring it all the way back on your stomach. Take both hands underneath the shoulders. We're gonna just press back into a child's pose. I'm gonna use this as your moment to really reset. You can take your forehead down onto the mat. It's really important after your workout that you do take either a movement like a child's pose or a forward fold or Shavasana, laying on your back, just to reset, allow the nervous system to return back to its parasympathetic state. So together, let's take a nice big breath in through the nose, fill up, and then open the mouth, exhale, sigh it out. And when you're feeling ready, you can come all the way up. Awesome work, you guys. Great job today.